All right, so today's video, we're watching a Silver 1 Sojourn Symmetra. We're gonna have both those heroes played. Basically, just to summarize this one, they don't feel like they should be in Silver, and they feel like they don't know what's holding them back. So, let's see. Apparently, the spawn doors are currently holding them back because they're not walking through them at all. This is a great start. This is wonderful. All right, I can't figure it out. I don't know what's happening. Oh, this is good. Okay. For the first 15 seconds, you were AFK in spawn doors. What a start. I mean, apparently it was all strategy. Just to be able to do that right there. Oh, okay. All part of the plan. All right, back to being AFK again. It's like you were like taking a bite out of like your Doritos, and you're like, oh crap, I have to finish this, and I can't go to the keyboard. Then you run in there, you get four, and then you just start eating Doritos again. Ayam, thanks for getting this up. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Nothing you can do about that one. I mean, I still think your position is a little bit not ideal, but at the same time, it's still okay, in my opinion. Like, I don't think that's like the worst right there, so you're fine. Okay, here we go. New season's out in less than 2 hours. I'm glad that everybody in their team decided just to peek corners with 1 HP. I got thanks to the 2 gift beds. Hey, nice play. Hey, this is just a death match right now. This is legitimately just a death match. Everybody's just running around the map. It's legitimately a death match. All right, we're just chilling. There'll be sim at some point, I think. Watching. Nice. I mean, you're playing well. I can't tell if we're quite going down the ego VOD side of things yet here, but nope, never mind. Good timing on that one. Nope, no, we're not. Okay, cool. Wow, that was still got the point. Okay, here we go. Honestly, like, at this point, you know where we might see the sim? Third point. The sim would be good on third here. Hey, nice shots. I mean, you're hitting your shots. This is good. Not bad. You accidentally faded off this bridge twice in your comp game the other day? That happens. Why is there a Moira running into your spy? Now they use their fade in front of your team. Oh, this is a good ult timing in a second. If you cannot run into the Junker Queen and survive this, you're going to be in a good spot. I do want you to be in this spot where I want you to be aggressive with your ultimate. I think that with the way that your team's playing right now, if you're aggro with this ult, you'll be in a pretty good spot. Maybe you're waiting on a combo. Well, that's not, you can't combo that if you're not there. All right, that's a much better combo anyway, but you're not even in the team fight. You're just alrighty. So you want to try to involve yourself a little bit more in these team fights because of how much value you can bring to the fight. You spend a majority of that doing nothing. And that can happen. Heck, top 100 games you'll see me doing that, but we're just, you know, showcasing that. Wait for it. Yep, your railgun is charged. Now will you use it? Because we heard the voice line. Or not the railgun, your ultimate that is, excuse me. Railgun charges your voice line for when you charge your railgun. Honestly, like, there's like just, as much as I would love to give you some feedback on what's happening right now, nothing's happening. Although you should ult. Just ult. At this point, just ult. Just hit the button. Just do it. Just hit the button. Please. Okay, wait now. You got on the limb. There we go. I don't even care if you get rolled. Nice shot. Now, you could have done that a lot sooner, and at the very least, I want to point this out. If you go like 2 or so minutes without using any of your ultimates or making a play or anything like that in general, what I want to point out to you is this. When you ult, it will force out other ultimates, or the other team has to react and play differently. If you keep running at them and not doing that, they're going to feel comfortable just sitting there and rolling your team half the time. You get what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes it's okay to use an ultimate just to get them to use their ultimates or to get them to have to reposition somewhere on the point. Instead, you wait so long, you spend 2, maybe 3 minutes not ulting, and here we go. Wait for it. That's what you gotta look at sometimes. I talk about holding ultimates where, like, holding your ultimates can... It's not bad. Like, you want to know a good example of, like, holding your ultimates to get a win? You know how we talked about overtime spawns? And, like, let's say that you're one of those teams that has a lot of time on the time bank, but the other team's rolling you. You can stack your ultimates and just kind of stack them, right? It's smart because they have to expend all of their ult pool just to win team fights, and you can just roll them with 5 ults. Also, Yari just fell off the map. I don't even want to know what happened. If I don't want to know what happened, I want to see what happened. See, somebody in the chat said they felt bad because they were falling off the bridge earlier. See, it happens, okay? It happens. All right? We've all been there. It's happened to me, okay? It's happened to me. Oh, Kara, thanks for the 9 months with tier 1. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the 9 months. New season's live in less than 2 hours.
9 months. That's almost a year.
Your team should win this team fight. If your team uses your ultimates correctly here, you will win this team fight. I thought you were going off the map there. It's okay, get a health back. You have a tire that your Junkrat didn't use. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. Do not ult yet. You said you have indeed walked in a straight line off the map? Yeah, we've all been there. It happens. I want you to ult. I'll tell you when. Now. Go ult. Hit your ult button. Hit your ult button. There's no reason to hold it now. Ult. Hit the ult button. Hit that ult button. Let's go and hit that ult button right here. There we go. Why'd you wait so long on that? What was the... you know who hit the ult button first? The Soldier 76. And you know who got the elim on you? The Soldier 76. Just hit your ult button at that point. Timing was great. You had a great time, and you waited on the ultimate. Right when the Bastion ult's done, and you're able to survive that. You ult and go win. Timings would have been perfect. Instead, you don't get the point. You said you think you waited because you weren't seeing anyone. Here's the thing. The reason why I was kind of giving you that ult time in the way that it was because you're gonna eventually see people. They're not gonna sit in their spawn doors. But if you're sitting in if you don't see anybody and you time this correctly and you hear Soldier's outline, what happens? You're gonna kind of play it a little bit differently. Or let's say they all decide to funnel out of a doorway. Let's also remember this: Sojourn, the ultimate, has a collateral ability, which means you can get multiple damage through targets. So if they're all running in a straight line down a small hallway, you're gonna hit all of them. For you, it's about recognizing that it's that close on the timer. Once that Bastion ult is gone, you just ult. And that Soldier, it will fall over. I mean, you have to hit your shot on the Soldier, but I'm telling you right now, that Soldier's gonna sprint in a straight line at you trying to get value, especially in that situation. Satin, thanks for 29 months of tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. I don't mind Sim here. I like this. I do Prime subs? No, Prime subs on this tier 1.
Watch this.
And Saturn, thanks for the 5 gifted. Check, we get show some blankies or love in the chat for Saturn with the 5 gifted. Some blankies. Thank you, Saturn. Heck yeah. You're over peeking that a little bit. I like what you're doing, but I want you to stop like wide peeking when you're at low HP. Especially when it's a Bastion turret form or like the burst damage possibility from a Soldier 76 Helix. Also, you don't need to run back and forth like you are. It's okay to just have that TP set up and just stay on one side and then go back and forth. If you sit in the middle, your position is going to gravitate to being terrible. I talk about it all the time where, like... I talk about it all the time with positioning. That was a nice shot. Can't do anything about that one. Where you'll start to, as you win a team fight, or as you get in the limb, you start to gravitate away from where your positioning was advantageous, and you end up in the middle of the open because you're rolling them, but then that creates the bad positioning, and in doing so, the bad positioning leads to you losing the team fight. You see what I'm saying? So you start off playing it correctly, but then you start to kind of slide over as the team fight goes on, and as you win more team fights, you start playing a little bit more in the middle, and then you get rolled. Ult this. Good ult. I actually like the way you did that, too. They might actually roll your ult. I like the way you did that, though. That was a perfect ult because they had to push past that wall, and you could still follow up with damage. Good wall. Good wall. Like I said, that was very well played. I like that. Yep. He said wall played? Come on, chat. Really? I saw one person in the chat say that holding the new rank system till Season 9 is boring. I do want to talk about that for a second. One, it's probably not completely ready yet, but two, and one reason why they probably want to wait till Season 9 is because most of Blizzard and Blizzard staff has holidays coming up very soon, so they're gonna have like a very like it would probably be one of the worst timings to release it right before they're going on holiday break, especially if there's things they have to adjust and fix. Like they're gonna be like, this is their holiday break is coming up very shortly. I forgot exactly what day it is, but it's like very shortly. Like I think like a week or two. And I think they have like a few weeks off after that. So like, especially with a brand new system and rank that they're doing, it's like a really tough time to like introduce a completely new system. And my guess is they still have some things to fix with it and test anyway, but yeah. So, but it's just, it makes sense as to why they're doing that. Because like, if they have, yeah, it would be, if that ends up being like scuffed from the beginning and they need to fix stuff over that time and they can't, it's just not going to be, yeah. All right, here we go, back to Sim. So far, you have a good setup here. Only thing I've really noticed is you keep sitting in the middle of the open and gravitating to the middle. It's okay to do this initially, but play that good position that you've been playing. Have that TP set up across, perfect. And then you don't overcommit. Your hog overcommitted, but you don't have to overcommit, okay? Use that. You have a TP for a reason. You have a TP for a reason. To use that TP to not stay in the same spot to create an off angle. So what I want you to do there is I want you to take the TP to the other side so that way you can kind of create this off angle the whole time. All right. Let's see how you play on second point here. I do want to point out that if you're going to play Sim, and you're going to have a TP in good spots. It's funny because here's the funny thing. Puppet, thank you for the 2 gifted. Thank you, appreciate it. Here's the funny thing to me. You have the TPs and you know what you want to do with the TP, but then you don't use your TP and get any value from what you could do with that TP. You get what I'm saying? Like you could actually get that. Like the value, and you're just not using it the way that you would want to use it. I like the idea of having like that off-angle TP to go back and forth with, and you just never used it. You have it there. And Anonymous, thank you for the 2 gifted. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you. All right, that was certainly an aggressive play. When I was talking about the TP to like the side, I was thinking more of like on the high ground, you know, through a doorway. All right, that was certainly a play. All right, good Sim turrets, I think. You have wall. Don't be afraid to be aggressive with this. I don't want you to hold in your ultimates forever. It's okay to try to win a team fight with your wall now because you'll build up a second wall. Actually, I'll be honest with you, you may not build a second wall up on second point if they snowball you because the time is left and the clock wouldn't work out. But it's okay to use a wall here to help your team. They are using ultimates. You can help your team with this wall if you'd like. Yeah, you know? Okay, we're gonna... That's an opportunity to help your team. Soldier 76 loses all value with that ult, or they have to run through. Okay. All right, so what's the play here? Nice flank. Good job getting the limb. And Queen Bex, thanks for the gift sub. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, what's the play? Nice job. Okay, you have wall. You might just win this. I don't know. Can they even touch point? Sombra can. Okay. Sim wall. You can throw that sim wall out right now if you want to win this team fight. They won't be. Oh, nice shot. I don't even know if you meant to do that. You can throw that sim wall out if you'd like. Why not? It would help your team. Just throw that sim wall out. Just go ahead and use that sim wall.
Hello, chat.
Okay, I out of curiosity, what is it you're waiting for in these team fights? I want you to, what I want you to picture is, just think about if you're playing against a sim, how tough it is to play against a sim wall. I want you to, in these situations, try to imagine what it was like if there was a sim on the other team and they wall. You lose a ton of value, right? Like, and you won the game. Right? Like, you won the game, but like that could have easily went the other way on that one. That's why I kind of want you to, honestly, after watching this, I think like, yeah, you could get out of silver, but you need to start using your ultimates, because I watched you save your ultimates. Listen, we have a custom game that you can stack up your ultimates and it's great, but in ranked, that doesn't exist. So what I think would be good for you to focus on right now is using your utility the way that it's there. For example, when you were on sim, you didn't TP back and forth. Even though you had the TP there, first step's there, wasn't doing the second step. Also use your ultimates, because you just were not using your ults. You could have easily used your ultimate well before that, and you're not even in the situation of running back, because they have to run through your sim wall. Think about this. You have to get to the cart. If there's a sim wall in front of the cart, right, where they have to run to, they have to run through that sim wall, and they're not going to do that, especially in overtime or like at the last team fight. They're not going to run through that at the same time. It won't happen. They're just going to go in one by one, and you just win that. No value on that. So anyway, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, sub to all three YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectate, and if you look in the description below, you'll see my Discord. That's where you submit the spectate. That's where you can submit your spectating codes there. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat right there. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.